Hi, my name is Anasa, and I'm really excited to be able to start this conversation with you. It's something I've been thinking about for such a long time, but I feel like it's time for me to start talking about it. So, for as long as I can remember, I've wanted to change the world, and I know a lot of people who feel like that. People who just think that what's happening on the planet, it just isn't working. All my friends and family have been doing cultural work and political work and charitable work and service work and philanthropic work, but for a lot of us, something has been missing. And I think I know what it is, and I want to talk about it. In fact, it's really all I want to talk about ever these days. So here's the thing. The thing I want to talk about is love. So I know it sounds simple and it sounds a little bit corny, but just hear me out for a minute. If you think about it, really all the things that we want to change in the world are the things where love is not the guiding principle. In our culture, we're taught that at the end of the game, the person with the most money wins, that it's okay to judge people if they're different than you. Sometimes violence is a good answer. Corporations are above the law. Sometimes people are expendable. We're taught that the most important thing is staking your claim and winning the race and being the best competitor. And if you don't come out on top, well, God help you. And where has that gotten us? Look around, people. The world is falling apart. We all see that we need to try something different. We all need to adopt a new culture. And all I'm saying is that while we're in the conversation about trying something new, why not try love? Where would we be in 10 years if we could convince ourselves that being loving was the most important thing? What if we acknowledged love as an action word and made living love our primary commitment? What if before we did anything, we thought about how loving it was? What if we understood a person and loved them and didn't understand a person and loved them anyway? What if our world leaders made choices about their actions, about how loving they were? In a year from now, we're having an election in the United States. And what if all the candidates from dog catcher to mayor to senator to president had to prove to us as voters how loving their legislation would be, even in the face of difficult and controversial situations? How amazing would that be? Now, I know I'm not the only one who's thinking about this. There are people all over the world who believe in love and want love to be the guiding principle for the way that we treat ourselves, the way we treat each other, the way we treat children and families, the way that we lead, the way that we communicate, the way that we treat the planet. Anyway, I think you get the picture. How do we live love? That is the question. That's what I want to talk about. That's all I want to talk about, and I want to talk about it with you. What does love look like in an everyday practical life? What does it take for us to be confronted by something that we don't understand and maybe don't like, and still in that moment stay focused on love? So from time to time, I'm going to come to you with ideas and questions and conversations and who knows what else. I don't know yet. And we're going to get together and we're going to grow together and we're going to grow our vision of love for the world, and we're going to share how love is showing up in our lives. We're going to talk about how to use love to transform. We'll celebrate when we find spaces where love thrives, and we'll learn to forgive ourselves when we're not strong enough to let love win. Now, I know the times that we're living in feel very volatile. And I totally know that there are people who are going to say that talking about love in times like these is Pollyanna and just silly. I know, I've heard it all before. Trust me, I just don't agree. For me, taking the time to talk about love, the importance of love, and giving ourselves permission to experiment with actually living love is the most courageous, most innovative, and most transformative thing that we could do right now. Okay? You got it? Okay, so I got to go. Remember that together we are the love, we are the light, and we are the truth. And no matter what, remember that I love you. Until next time, live love.